What's going on, you guys? This is New York Adventure 1994 here, and today is Saturday, January 18th, 2020. And today, it's been already 3 months since I returned home from Disney in October of 2019. And I'm gonna go through a few things of what happened. Okay, here it goes. It's it has to do mostly with the time I was coming home. A lot of bad stuff happened over those few days. It all starts out with a simple farewell to Disney on the Disney Tragic Express, and I get there around like 1 in the afternoon, and my flight was supposed to leave at like 3:45 in the afternoon to JFK, and I get to my gate about like 2:30 in the afternoon, and it was scheduled to be on time, and all of a sudden it changed to 7:20 in the afternoon. So I found myself waiting for another 4 hours. But by the time it was like 5:30, it got delayed till about like 9:50 at night. And I was like, okay, we're taking off in the dark now. For the third time. I took off in other times in the dark, but that was because I had 6 a.m. flights in January. That's why it was pitch black out when I was little. Like how it is now. Because they have a later sunrise during the winter time. Like the days are shorter and the nights are longer. And right now it's been dark when I get up for school in the morning. At like 6 in the morning. But by the time it was like 7 o'clock at night, or about like 7:30, the sun was like going down and they canceled the flight. And I was really pissed off about that. I was angry, I was tired, I had nothing to do. But to go to the help desk for another ticket. In JetBlue, it's called Just Ask if you need help with anything. And that line was like huge. That we were on the line for like nearly 2 hours. And I was like starting to get so knocked out. That's how bad it was. My cheeks were turning red and my eyes were like looking pretty bad. And the line was packed because they were canceling other flights, and there were some people that were on my flights in New York. And I had nowhere to go. I was stuck in the airport overnight. Feeling angry, tired, and just sick of just sitting there. And I felt a lot of things while sitting there. I felt like that the Psycho series was just becoming more of a reality to me. Yeah. That's definitely a part of my Psycho series story. While McJuggernuggets is not real and mine is real, my Psycho series is real. I wish I wish this flight cancellation wasn't real. Because I just wanted to go home. And if it wasn't real, then I wouldn't even do such a thing. I would have left the time my flight leaves. So, a flight getting canceled means it's real. Yeah, that flight getting canceled was like one of the biggest things that happened in my Psycho series. It was bad. I was like sleeping on the floor. I had to sleep on the floor because I don't sleep while sitting. So I had to like sleep on the floor at like 2:30 in the morning and got woken up at like 4 in the morning by a boarding announcement. And while I was asleep, I had my whole Rangers hoodie over my head, like some helmet. Like I was in a sleeping helmet. And we weren't leaving until till that next morning. We had a connecting flight from Orlando to Boston at 7:46 in the morning, and then another flight from Boston to LaGuardia at like 11:30 in the morning. We were like the first flight out of Orlando to go to Boston. And after we booked that flight, my dad was like trying to see if we could change that flight to JFK, but they kept telling him no. He like kept going to the same desk like 2 or 3 times asking for a JFK flight. And I didn't want him to annoy the people at JetBlue. And I decided to leave it as it is.
No matter what he says.
No, I thought it was a good idea just to leave as it is because it doesn't matter anymore. Oh, and I got to see how the airport looks.
It's a snowing. It's a sticking.
And I got to see what the airport looks like during closing hours at like 1 in the morning. There wasn't anyone in the airport anymore but me and just like 5 other passengers and my family at the JetBlue gate because lots of other people were gone. They had either delayed flights or checked into hotels because they were lucky when I wasn't. And no matter how tired I was, I still used the camera to make you guys feel a part of this journey with me, even if it was really bad. I still promised to put it on video to show you what was going on, and I didn't use my camera again until like 5 in the morning. Because I was asleep for 2 hours, and the airport only got more packed from there because people were trying to get on early morning flights. And there were some people coming back to the airport after a flight getting canceled. We had Burger King for breakfast at like 5:30 in the morning. It was really good. But my eyes were still starting to shut and everything. And my head was just not in the game. I gotta tell you, with this series of events happening, I knew that this was the Psycho series. It was just getting more and more bigger from there. It wasn't me doing a goofy video. This was like a real Psycho series video. As if McJuggernuggets was real with Psycho series. That's how I felt. But Jesse mainly was filming his dad destroying stuff, and I was filming just a bad time in my life. It was like the nightmare before Christmas, even though it was just October. Or the nightmare before Halloween. You know what, there's a part 2 coming